Well, we're waiting on Pennsylvania now, Annette. We had overnight one state that was still counting. That was Georgia. And the balance tipped in favor of Joe Biden. He now has a 917 vote lead. That's tiny. There have been nearly 5 million that were cast, that have been tabulated so far in that southern state. Georgia, which has not voted for a Democrat since Bill Clinton in 1992. There are still a few votes to count there. They're going to get the last absentee and military ballot by the end of the day. And it looks like it's skewing in favor of Joe Biden there. I mentioned Pennsylvania at the outset. There, Donald Trump clinging to an 18,000 vote lead, but there's still a lot of votes to count, more than 160,000, and this from predominantly urban areas, in particular the Philadelphia area. And it looks like Joe Biden could reverse the tide there. We may have a provisional winner, I say provisional, by the end of Friday.
And Donald Trump still remaining defiant, Francois, and certainly nowhere close to conceding defeat.
Nowhere close to conceding defeat, and a lot of outrage at that Thursday press conference that you mentioned, not just from Democrats. After 4 years, Americans are used to Donald Trump's bombast, but this was perhaps a step too far. What with the mail-in votes being counted after the president himself had told his supporters not to send in mail-in votes, but to vote on the day. Hence the fact that you do have more Democrats than Republicans who sent their votes in early. We're in the middle of a COVID pandemic, let's remember. And that's the reason why you've had 10 times the number of mail-in votes that you've seen in previous elections in most states. At this point in time, a lot of Republicans staying silent, a lot, but not all. We've heard several prominent Republican senators begin to line up behind Donald Trump, as well as the House Minority Leader, Republican Congressman Kevin McCarthy of California. He's saying it's fishy how Donald Trump how a lot of the House and Senate races are faring better than expected for Republicans, but not the presidential race. Again, so far, we've seen no evidence of fraud. And Trump accusing, for instance, Georgia, where, let's not forget, the governor's Republican, the legislature is Republican, the electoral board is Republican. Nobody there is crying foul.
Francois